Apps,
The Black Apps Matter?
yeah.
Okay, the blackappsmatter.com is called BAM, Black Apps Matter. BAM is like Google. Instead of Googling it,
Bam it.
you're gonna BAM it. And this is for the blacks globally, so we can reach out and touch hands.
You watch surgical? You watch basketball?
Yes.
There's a guy. He plays for Miami Heat. They call him Bam. You know him? Bam Adebayo.
No.
You could check him out.
I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah.
You know, see, the reason I like BAM, because if you take away the O at the beginning of BAM,
Okay.
and you take away the A at the end of BAM, or you put the O back in the beginning of BAM, and the A at the end of BAM, you got Obama. And who was Obama? The first president. And who was BAM? The first black search engine for blacks.
Wow.
Everybody's welcome to it.
By who he is as a person.
Want to be honest with you? They say only God judges. 1, 2, evidence will speak for itself if you're a good person.
Yeah.
And that gene might have missed you. It might be in you, but it might miss you. And you might
you know, in gene we have the recessive and dominant.
Right.
Okay, that part could be like maybe recessive, like on the low key. Then you have a better gene to dominate.
Right. Your next generation of kids will be Jeffrey Dahmers, serial killers, serial rapists. So you know, and
you want to talk about the apps real quick? The Black Apps.
The Black Apps Matter?
Yeah.
Okay, the blackappsmatter.com is called BAM, Black Apps Matter. BAM is like Google. Instead of Googling it,
Bam it.
you're gonna BAM it. And this is for the blacks globally, so we can reach out and touch hands.
You watch surgical? You watch basketball?
Yes.
There's a guy. He plays for Miami Heat. They call him Bam. You know him? Bam Adebayo.
No.
You could check him out.
I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah.
You know, see, the reason I like BAM, because if you take away the O at the beginning of BAM,
okay,
and you take away the A at the end of BAM, or you put the O back in the beginning of BAM, and the A at the end of BAM, you got Obama. And who was Obama? The first president. And who was BAM? The first black search engine for blacks.
Wow.
Everybody's welcome to it.
How do you put that together?
Man, I get inspiration. When genius strikes, I sleep on a bunch of pencils and papers and notebooks, and this thing comes to my head like a mad scientist, and I just write it down. I got all kind of things I write down, and I look and I start working with it, and whatever I feel, my spirit inspires into it, I feed it. You know, and BAM was something positive, I felt, and everybody loved it, because like when they teach you film, and matter of fact, music, IAR Institute Audio Research, where I did audio recording, sound technician, the post-production, and film, dialogue, music that affects the film. They teach you that smaller hooks, easy hooks is what people like. So BAM people like.
Remind me of 50 Cent, man.
Yes.
It's one of the best hook writers.
I love 50 Cent because, you know why? I watched him from when he got shot, and he still picked himself up and kept moving it on, and he didn't care until he got where. He's a struggler, a fighter, a hustler. And you know what? I respect him, and I love his movies. I love his writers. I watch that because I'm going to school, and he has some awesome writers. And his character Rock, his mother on Raising Kanan, oh my God, she plays that in real life. Whoever blew that character in her knew how to write. See, that's what film is about. Blowing life into your characters. Like Rachel Balloon say, who taught Oprah Winfrey how to talk. You know, which is the book called Blowing Life into Your Characters. You know what I'm saying? And I read a lot of books on writing and professors.
Remind me of Because there was this Nigerian writer. She works with 50 Cent. It's called Courtney Camp. She's the one that helped 50 to blow some of the character that he has in all those power.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, you have everybody. 50 takes everybody out of the streets and have them glued to him. They're glued to him on Sunday nights when Power, Razor Canaan, Force with Tommy.
Yeah.
I mean,
so
he's a genius.
So where do you place education in all this that we're talking about? Because starting from your real estate,
right,
film, your clothing line,
and my
to
music,
the music, to the app, BAM. So where does the education stand?
Education is the foundation, and without the education, I would not be able to grow. Because education is the GPS. And you know what I'm saying? And it has to guide me to where I need to go, from one stage to the other stage. You know what I'm saying? And if I don't have that, I'm going to be like Napoleon Hill did, what he said in Growing Rich and Think Rich. Thomas Edison and Thomas Ford was not the smartest dudes in the world, and they surrounded themselves around the smartest people. Yes, to take them where they need to go. And then I like the book, The Greatest Salesman in the World by O.G. Mandino. Why? Because he says, I will no longer envy the rich as they parade up and down Park Avenue in Manhattan in their Rolls Royces. Because what do they have that I don't have? They have 24 hours in a day, their hearts beat the same rate, and they have the same size intestine I got. What do they have that I don't have? The difference they have, what I don't have is what? The way they think. Thinking is what makes them different. Yes. So I read books like this for inspiration, for guidance, and experience what they preach. And then I set it up to my own experience and work it in my way and form and fashion, in my formula. I put those formulas together.
Like you're trying to be a student, not a follower.
Exactly. You're right.
You fine tune it to your own taste.
Right. I like, just like the Hyundai, which is one of the best cars they made right now. Hyundai. People hated Hyundais, which in the beginning I had when they first came out, and they was no good. When they bought the ingredients from Nissan, Honda, and Toyota and put it together into the Hyundai and made it a American Motors Hyundai, the best car you could drive now. People don't know.
Here's a question. What's your day like?
What's my day like?
When you wake up,
my days are very busy and thinking, between praying and working and making things happen. Today is the first day I got out probably in a year to just explore and
enjoy nature?
Enjoy nature and life. You know, without the family around me, bugging me, this and that, because when you got your family around you and your kids, see, my kids live with me. I'm the mother and the father. But not like in
No.
I mean, their mother comes visit them, but this and that, but I don't allow her to be, inside my house 24/7 with them, because I don't like putting negative inputs in my children. I don't like women to come in and talk about fashions and clothes and dancing and who got big boobs and tits, and when my wife, their mother, speaks on that issue, you have to go. Oh, well, I'm just saying, she should have. Listen, I taught my kids from babies books over boys. And this is why I want to keep them. This is why my daughters, I only have 2 daughters, and they go to school for real estate. I got one in college right now. Hello, how are you doing? See, we was talking about that earlier, how you got that magnetic transaction. And it's been like that all day for me today.
So I see you, with Yeezy, right?
Yes.
So what do you think about Kanye West, man?
Kanye West?
Yeah.
I love the crazy guy. I love
He's just
him.
like you.
Yes.
Doing from fashion to music to building apps.
Yes.
Like now he said he wants to build his own school. train kids just to not to be in the box, just think out of the box.
And you know what's crazy about that? Kim Kardashian helped build him.
Really?
Yeah, you know, and come on, I text her every day on Twitter and Instagram.
Okay.
And she gives me feedback because I love her energy. And I would like her to enter my app because she has a crazy following. And she hits me back, and she's a positive person. She works with people in jail. She has her own business to help build your business, and I'm trying to get her to help build my business. And you know, and I respect her, her mother, and her family, and I respect what they're doing. They're doing them right now, and they're very successful in America and around the world. And you cannot knock them girls. I love them.
You're right, but a lot of people don't see it that way though.
You gotta love them. They are who they are. They got what they want, who they want. They do what they do. And people have to respect them for who they are. You know what I'm saying? And this is what the blackappsmatter.com is about. Letting you be you. Come to our app, come to our website, come to our search engines, and we're gonna teach and preach. Not only are we gonna teach and preach, we're going to bring back Black Wall Street, but it's going to be BVW. The BVW is the Black Virtual Wall Street. Okay, because the same way when they burned Wall Street down, people flooded other states. Like they came to Miami over town and built the whole Black Wall Street down in Miami. If you look at my movie, Ambushed by Corruption, the 1980 Arthur McDuffie riot, the killing of him by the Metro Bay police when he came home from the Marines as a soldier, and they didn't know who he was, and they beat him to death. I wrote the movie, Ambushed by Corruption. The corruption was when Metro Bay County Police killed him, told the boss, oh yeah, he had an accident on his motorcycle, but the boss was an inspector of the accident, and then you know, marks on the tank, marks on the pedal, or where you know the bike with a great slid. And then they went into the hospital bragging who hit him the hardest. And the woman in the hospital, the nurse, who they said write it up as an accident, was his